Just because you're camping in the great outdoors, far from the comforts of home, doesn't mean you can't cook some fabulous dishes for you and your fellow campers to enjoy. By using the information contained in this video, you'll be able to take your cooking skills to a whole new level. So stay tuned and don't go away, because we're revealing cooking tips that every camper needs to know. First up, what sort of gear will you need to bring? You're about to find out. For the best cooking experience while camping, you'll need to bring the right camping gear. So let's talk about fire grates. One phenomenal way to cook using a campfire is to use a fire grate. Essentially, a fire grate is made of steel and is similar to the grates you'd find on an outdoor barbecue grill. Fire grates are designed to fit over your campfire and let you cook your food over the campfire without having to worry about burning your meal. Campfire grates are typically square, but can be round, and will sometimes come with foldable legs. If you're looking for that natural wood flavor, a fire grate might be what you've been searching for all along. The next item of gear you may wish to consider is a cooking grate. For example, take the TechSport Overfire Camp Grill for instance. It's made of steel, folds up well, and works over any campfire. If you want to go the grate over fire camp grill route, the first thing you'll need to do is learn how to properly prep your area and build a fire pit for your grate. First, clear a large area for the fire and surround it with rocks. Be sure that the circle you've made fits the size of your metal grate. Ideally, the legs of your grate should be on the outside of the fire pit. Why the rocks? Because it will set the limits of your fire. Next up, how can you further control your fire? Let's take a look. Setting the limits of your fire is important to prevent ground spread. But what about the vertical height of your flames? Clearly, when you're cooking over your fire grate or grill, you don't want flames shooting up and engulfing your cooking area. This is why you need to control the vertical height of your flames. So the first thing you'll want to do is dig out a nice fire pit, anywhere from 2 to 3 feet deep. Build your standard teepee style fire, but let the flames die down a little bit before you start cooking your meal. If this is the way you want to go, you have to learn to time your meal with the gradual decline of your fire and flames. If you find your fire is dying down too much, simply add a few pieces of wood. The idea is to add to your heat without burning your food. That's the trick. This may not be the best or simplest option for everyone, but if you do learn to master the technique, you'll love the flavor you get compared to traditional propane. Speaking of propane stoves though, do you enjoy having eggs for breakfast? If so, you may wish to consider buying a camp stove instead of cooking over a fire grate, because for something as simple as eggs, it's better to have a camp stove because you can control the heat and use a specific temperature. If you're thinking of buying a propane or gas stove, check out the Coleman EvenTemp 3-burner camp stove.